We're officially out of quarantine, but we're still going to try and keep up the reading energy that I had last week. Hi everyone, my name's Chloe. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today. Today's video is the start of another weekly reading vlog. It is Monday the 10th of January. I went back to work today after having the last week off because COVID, like literally had COVID, but luckily did not have too many symptoms. I'm just very tired now. My isolation period ended on Saturday when my sort of negative test came back, but I'm now just very sleepy, so I'm going to try and get some reading done this week, but I can't guarantee it's going to be as much as last week because I feel like the sleepiness is only going to get worse the more I'm at work this week. If you can hear banging in the background, by the way, it's because we are having a new kitchen fitted, and although it is 8 p.m, my dad is still working at it. When I say we're having a new kitchen fitted, my dad is actually doing it, and he's one of those people where he's got something in his head, he has to finish it. Had like our evening meal and then he's gone straight back to doing it because he wants to get this one bit finished tonight. So any banging you can hear is that. Anyway, I'm officially rambling. Let's tell you what my reading plans are for this week. I've just finished reading a big fantasy series. I say a big series, it was 3 books, but they were chunky books. I've just finished reading the Green Moon Saga by Fonda Lee. I read it all in the space of 1 week. That is in last week's reading vlog if you would like to see more of my thoughts on that. But basically, I want something that's going to be a little bit of a change of pace, but at the same time, I also want an audiobook that I can listen to while I'm on my way to work and things like that. And the audiobooks that I have are fantasy. So what I've decided to do is for my audiobook, I'm going to stick with a big chunky fantasy because I know that I like these ones as audiobooks. I know this world quite well by this point, so it is easy for me just to slip into whenever I get a chance to. I also know that it is different from the Green Moon Saga because that one is more of a modern sort of urban style fantasy, whereas this one is definitely that sort of classic medieval setting fantasy. So I'm going to be reading or listening to Ship of Destiny by Robin Hobb. I've actually already started listening to this. I am up to chapter 4, I think. Already about 92 pages in, so I've done all right this morning. That was this morning and this evening on my journeys in and out of work. I'm enjoying it so far. Similar to Mad Ship, where because I already know these characters, I've just gone straight into it and I'm already loving it a lot more than when I first read Ship of Magic. It took me a little bit longer to get into it. This one I'm already enjoying. I'm foreseeing it hopefully as a 5-star again in the future. We will see what happens. Another one that I hope will be a 5-star, so my change of pace book that I'm going to read physically. I just want to read some sort of romance, so I'm going to be picking up The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. Everyone's talking about this one at the minute. It is Reylo fanfic written into an adult romance and I'm very excited to read it. I'm surprised that I haven't picked it up already, to be honest. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be reading physically. I am planning on starting this one tonight. I just want to finish that chapter of Ship of Magic. And then I'm going to get ready for bed and curl up with The Love Hypothesis. That is pretty much the plan. Hello. I don't think I've actually updated you since the first clip in this vlog. It is now Wednesday. I am very tired this week. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, I tested positive for COVID last week and I was not ill, but the thing that is sort of lingering around after is just feeling really tired. I've gone back to work as of Monday and yeah, it's just sort of knocked it out of me. So basically I do have reading updates, but not the biggest updates, and surprisingly the book that I have actually read a decent chunk of is not the one that I thought I would have done, because I am actually 280 pages into Ship of Destiny. The reason I'm so far into this though is because I've been listening to the audiobook. So I listened to the audiobook on my way to and from work, and I've had some nightmare journeys getting to and from work. Basically every day so far this week I have had an issue with public transport. On Monday it was awful getting into work. We have 2 main bus companies where I live and one of them is on strike, and luckily the bus that I get into work is actually run by both companies, so it alternates, but it has meant obviously that the other one is a lot busier, which meant that I got to the bus stop and then a bus just sort of drove straight past me because it was full, which then meant I had to get on the next one, which also got very full and just took a while to get in. So I got to work like 20 minutes later than I wanted to be there. Then yesterday, Tuesday, the reason why I didn't update all yesterday is because I finished work at just after 5, went to get my bus, which was supposed to be due at 5:30, stood there waiting until 6 o'clock, and there's like a tracker thing you can get on your phone, and it said it was due, it said it was fine, and then it just disappeared and didn't come. It kept getting later and later, and I'm like, oh, it's just stuck in traffic. And then it just full on disappeared and didn't turn up. So I walked down to a different bus stop to get a different bus that still gets me home, but it just means I have a 20-minute walk from the bus stop to my house. So okay, I'll get that one if I must. I was really tired, so I didn't really want to walk because it was all uphill. It's like, no, it's fine, I'll get it if I have to. And those buses are usually every 10 minutes. That's what they're supposed to be. There was 45 minutes wait between the buses for that particular route. By the time one of those turned up, the next one of my regular bus, which is once every hour, turned up. So basically I finished work at 5, got on the bus at 6:30 and got back home at 7. And it was not fun. And then today I left work, and the bus that takes me directly to my house the bus stop is a 10-minute walk away from work, but there is a bus stop that is right outside the front door that is the other bus, the one that's 20-minute walk away. And I knew that I probably wasn't going to get to the bus stop for the one that got to my house in time for it to arrive. I thought, okay, I'll get on the one here that has a 20-minute walk, and hopefully when I get off this one, the other one will just be coming past, so I'll be able to jump on that and then get all the way home. And I got off the bus and I had 5 minutes until that one was due, so I stood there and waited for it. And then it pulled up at the bus stop and said, oh, we're only going here, we're going back into the city centre now, we're turning back around. And the bus was like full of I think there was about 15 people on it, and it just turned around and was like, yeah, we're not going any further, bye, get off. And I was like, great. So, not had the easiest journeys home. You really needed to know that full detail of all my bus journeys. But, as you can imagine, when I get home, I'm a little bit tired. So, I have physically been reading, and I am reading The Love Hypothesis. I think I mentioned this earlier on in the vlog, but I have not read very much of it yet. I mean, I'm about 60 pages in. Oh, 70 apparently. I'm at page 68. So I've read a decent chunk of it. It's only 300 and something, but it just feels like I could very much just read this very quickly and sort of read it all in one day, but I just haven't had the energy to do so. I'm still very tired now. It is 10 to 9, but I've just signed up to watch a book event tonight at 11 o'clock, so I would very much like to stay awake until then. So I think I am going to try and read some of that physically, because then I have to stay awake because I'm physically doing something. And basically the book event that I've signed up for it's a launch event for Here's to Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera, and it's a spoiler-filled launch event, which is great because I've already read it, so I can see all the spoilers. I saw it advertised online before as part of their virtual tour, but I assumed it was something you had to pay for, because a lot of them, they do it through a bookstore and you have to pay for it and get a copy of the book, and it was US based. But then I noticed they were advertising it today and it's free and you can still sign up for it, so I've signed up for that. I went to the tour actually for What If It's Us, so unfortunately there won't be a UK tour for Here's to Us, but at least I get to watch this, so I'll be doing that. But yes, I am very much enjoying both books I'm reading. Ship of Destiny, I did lose my way a little bit with it yesterday, but I think that's because I was listening to the audiobook and I think I was just so tired I wasn't paying attention. But I feel like I'm getting back on track and I know where I'm at now, and I'm actually really, really interested. As I mentioned many times before about these ships that are passed down from generation to generation, and basically when 3 generations from one family have died on the ship, the ships quicken and come to life. And it's about sort of the politics and things around this one particular ship that has recently quickened. And there's also this separate storyline that's the very first chapter of the first book is actually told from these sea serpents' point of view. And it's very strange. It's one of those sort of just interludes that they keep going into. Towards the end of the last book, they were kind of coming into the story a little bit more. And in this book in particular, they are now very much linked to the story. It's making sense why they've been there since the beginning. And I'm actually enjoying that bit this time, whereas previously those chapters I've just been wanting to get past. So it's good, it means it's all coming together. Love Hypothesis I'm enjoying so far. Like I said, I'm only 70 pages in, we're just setting up the fake dating trope. So it is interesting. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm already liking the characters. Yes, I'm already enjoying Adam Carlson as a character. So we'll see where that one goes, and that's what I'm going to go and read now. Hello. Apparently you're just getting updates on alternate days this week because it is now Friday. I have finished work for the week. Yay. It's been an interesting week. There's just been a lot happening. So I am very tired. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a reading update. I am making progress with one book. I mentioned this before because I'm listening to the audiobook. I'm 440 pages into Ship of Destiny, which means, only about another 450 to go. I'm literally halfway through now. And I'm enjoying it. I am finding myself getting lost sometimes, and at first I thought that was just because I was listening to the audiobook and maybe I wasn't concentrating, but I do think it is just that sort of middle section that is dragging a little bit, and I've come to the conclusion that I definitely prefer the Fitz storyline. I don't know if it's just because I like Fitz as a character and I like the idea of following him throughout his entire life, or if it's because this is a book that a lot of it is set at sea, and that is not one of my favourite things to read. I don't tend to read sort of like pirate type books and things like that. While I'm enjoying it, it's probably going to be more like a 4-star again. This is more of a 4-star series. I enjoyed Madship. Madship got a 5. Madship I really enjoyed, but I feel like this one's just feeling a little bit slower. It's possibly going to redeem itself by the end because it's Robin Hobb, so her endings do tend to be fantastic. But we will see what happens. Right now I'm just a little bit, like I said, not lost completely, but I'm just finding myself like plodding along with it. I am also still reading The Love Hypothesis. I have actually not made too much progress with this, so I'm at page 100, which I thought I'd be able to read this a lot quicker. Now, part of it is just that I haven't picked it up because I've been tired. The other parts of it is I am enjoying this book. I'm going to preface it by saying I am enjoying it. Again, it is feeling like a 4-star at the minute. Now, right now, I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought I would because I was hoping it would be a 5-star because I've heard nothing but amazing things about this. And I don't think it's necessarily to do with the writing or the story or anything like that, because it's kind of exactly what I expected it to be. There are a couple of things that are making me not want to pick it up. I don't think I've quite got enough into the story yet to get to a point where I'm like, oh my god, I need to see how this ends. I can't put it down yet. I think like things need to be established enough before I get to that point. But also, I did know this and I completely forgot before I started reading it. Basically, the main character in this, Olive, is a PhD candidate, and her particular line of study is all centred around cancer, in particular pancreatic cancer. And without going too much into it, I do have some personal experience with that, and it is making me sort of not want to pick up the book sometimes. I think because I'm feeling sort of not 100% anyway. I think if I was feeling better in and of myself, I'd be able to read it and not sort of think too much of it. But I think that because I'm not feeling the best, it is ruining my reading experience just a little bit. Not to the point where it's going to massively negatively affect my rating. Like I said, it's feeling 4-star at the minute. I think it probably would have been a 4-star for me anyway. I don't think it is like a 5-star new all-time favourite type read for me. I don't know why, I just don't think it is, but that is definitely sort of making me not read it quite as quickly as I expected to. Other than that, I do have some other updates. I got some book mail today, so let's just show that off. I got The Monarchs by Cass Morgan and Danielle Page. So this is a sequel to The Ravens, which is sort of like a witchy story set in a sorority house at a college, and it was in an Illumicrate box a while ago and I enjoyed it. It was a 4-star read, I think, more like a lower end 4-star, one that was enjoyable, fun for what it was. And I decided I would pick up the sequel. I pre-ordered it because I wanted to make sure I definitely remembered to get it and get the hardback so it matches on my shelves. And yeah, I have this one now. I have plans for when I'm going to read this, but all shall be revealed with that at another point in time. And yeah, happy that I have this one. I actually pre-ordered it when it was Black Friday, so it's one of my triple point books, which is fantastic. I also got some mail that isn't book mail, and that is from the York Ghost Merchants. This is a little shop in York and it's on the Shambles. It's all based around the idea that York is this very old city and it's haunted by these ghosts. And basically they make these little handmade ghosts and there's all different designs, and they do, every month they do a limited edition one that gets released, and you can go in the shop and buy it or you can order it online. They do a limited release. And the December one I just really liked, and I missed out on it when it first went on sale, but then they did sort of like an open book order and I managed to get hold of one then, and it's this little guy. So it's pure white but then with this gold foiling on it, and that is actual like real gold leaf, and it's just really cute. I have 4 of these now, so I have 3 of the full-size ones. I have 2 phantoms, and which is what the limited edition one's called, and I have 1 regular, and then I have 1 little mini one as well. You might have seen them. They sit behind me on my main sort of sit down videos. They're on my J. Kristoff shelf at the minute just because that's where they've ended up. But yeah, I just thought it was really cute, so I thought I'd show them to you guys. Hello. It is Sunday. I'm still doing the alternate day updates apparently. This is going to be the last day of the vlog though, so that should change soon. It is now about 1:45 in the afternoon. I'm currently on sprints with Becca, Lisa and Liv, and I just thought I'd give you a quick update because I haven't actually read much since I last spoke to you guys. I'm still at the same point in Ship of Destiny. I did not read anything yesterday. I just went to the cinema with my mum. I went to see Scream. It was good, not my favourite one in the series. The original trilogy is still the best, but it was good. And I've now started reading some more of The Love Hypothesis today. So I think I said earlier on I was liking this but just not necessarily wanting to pick it up all the time. Now I've just sort of sat and read a little bit of it. I'm starting to get into it a bit more I think now. So I'm now at page 144 and I'm hoping I might be able to get this finished tonight. So I'm going to go and do that whilst the sprint is going, and I will check in with you guys later when the sprint's finished. Okay, so you know how I was just sort of struggling to pick this book up and had barely read anything all week, had only read 100 pages and wasn't quite sure how I was feeling about it. I have now read another 140 pages today while I was on sprints, and I've got 100 pages left and I don't want to put it down. So let's just ignore everything I said previously. I think it was definitely a me issue, just not wanting to read too much this week, just kind of being a bit slumpy. And then also there are some personal things in here that have just threw me off a little bit to do with the illness that Olive is researching, but I think now I've sort of had time to adjust to that. I'm absolutely fine with it. I'm very much enjoying this book. It is feeling like we're getting to the main sort of romantic aspects of the book. It feels like the romance is starting to come together now, and I'm very excited for it. So I'm going to go and jump in the shower, and then I'm going to finish this one tonight, hopefully. It is like 7 o'clock now, I think. I've not even looked at the time, but I think it's about 7 o'clock, and I'm gonna, like I said, I've got just over 100 pages left. I think it's 110, 120, but I should be able to finish this one tonight. Hello, I'm just about to edit this video and I realised I never actually wrapped it up. All my books are very far away, but I will give you quick thoughts. I don't think I ever actually told you I finished The Love Hypothesis. I finished it at like 1 AM, hence why I did not do a wrap-up clip. It is now Monday. I ended up giving it 5 stars. Of course I did. Let's just forget everything I said at the beginning of the video. I got really into it and I loved it. It was just a good time, basically. It was really cute. It was really funny. It was just a very nice romance story to read. So I'm happy that I did read it. I gave it 5 stars. I am still halfway through Ship of Destiny. I'm enjoying that one so far, but I'm still sort of losing track of it a little bit at times. So right now I'm thinking it's going to be a 4-star. I should finish that one this week. I am actually just editing this video now because it needs to get edited and uploaded tonight because I am not at home from tomorrow, so I need to get it done now, ready to go up on Wednesday. So next week's vlog features a trip to London and hopefully some reading because it is TBR PG-a-thon, and I've already made some choices for that, but I will talk you through those in the next vlog. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down below. Thanks for bearing with me through a bit of a not very great updating vlog this week. But yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye.